Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes, let's
love. Ultima-tum-tums. Ultimatum.
Ultima-tums.
Why is it called Ultima-tum-tums?
I don't know why it's called tum-tums. That didn't.
Was there a reference to a stomach?
I missed it, if so. Maybe Amber felt, I'm sorry, soccer mom felt upset about it. Sorry, I'm calling her soccer mom from now on.
Awful, y'all.
She's everybody's, she's a Karen.
I called it from episode 1.
You did. You did. You did.
You were trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I didn't like her, but I was trying to give her the benefit of doubt.
No, I was like, I hate this woman. She's terrible. And guess what? It never got better.
Woo.
And I guarantee you it's only going to get worse. I can't wait till she makes cracks about people who come from places like that don't want to work. Because you know it's going to happen.
She's really pretty, too. I want to like her.
She's so awful. It's just, boy.
Yeah.
She's a step away from the podcasts.
Oh,
Family
no,
Libby.
no. Oh, I don't think
No, I'm
she's
talking
that
about
bad.
the same, not the same behavior, the same type of thinking.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't see
They
as
both
much as
around
that.
in Tampa.
I see her as more of just so unable to be happy because she's so stressed out about everything every time. And I feel sorry for Daniel because he probably met her on vacation and really feels like Jekyll and Hyde, that she was a totally different person. Because she probably was on vacation.
This is not going to be a vacation trip. This is a work trip. We have to get your visa together. I'm going to be your mom for the next 11 days.
It's not good.
Yo, this is Caribbean love.
It is Love in Paradise.
Love in Paradise.
The Caribbean.
I will always call it Caribbean love because that's what they were calling it for a while.
Once you put something in Poodle and I's heads, it sticks.
Then now they're not even saying a 90-day story. They're calling it a 90 like a spin-off, or they've changed their language again.
It's not clear.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're fine if you want to have a spin-off. Just call it a spin-off.
So, Ultima-tums, as Kay says. Kai. Does anybody remember the Tracy Ullman characters? Like, my name is Kai. I take care of my mother. She's disabled.
I remember that character.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh, I love Tracy Ullman.
I loved all those characters.
Yes. Here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare.
That's so loud.
I didn't mean to scare you.
Remember, we don't hear it on the recording.
No, we hear it on this. We just don't hear it on the Zencaster.
That scared the shit out of me.
I'm so sorry. I thought you saw me pressing the button.
It was so loud. It was so loud. It was. My heart is still racing. It's not funny. I scare really easily. Too. Y'all.
You look like a kitten that had a dog bark at him.
I'm
sorry.
Every time I walk by my front neighbor, the dog sees me coming, and as soon as I walk by, the dog goes. And every time it scares me.
But what do you say when it happens?
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh, I thought you'd say, that scared me.
Oh, that scared me.
That scared me.
Also, the other one small thing, this is some kind of sharing time for me. I can't be in the kitchen when my toast pops up out of the toaster because it scares me, and I actually go. Y'all, I'm that sensitive. I have to be out of the kitchen.
That's why you do your CBD.
Yeah, I literally have to be out of my kitchen because
Wow.
I'll go. Yeah, I get scared, and weirdly, I'm not afraid of a lot of things. Things just startle me.
It's startled, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you could watch a horror movie.
Oh yeah,
because you're primed and ready for it.
But things that startle me, God, it's ridiculous.
Have you ever had a boyfriend that scared? Oh, I bet your brother scared you.
We did. Our whole childhood was scaring one another.
Would you scare him, or would he scare you more?
Both. He scared me more, but one time I laid down in his bed and it was dark, and he and I just had my arms like this, and he laid down like that. He squealed. He wasn't the same for a couple of days. He thought he was dead by some monster.
Oh, what did your mother say?
You boys need to stop doing that. It's just stupid. Silly. My brother was like, that's not cool. I really thought, I was so scared in that moment. And I was laughing so hard. My father thought it was funny.
Take vitamin C.
What?
When you get scared, your vitamin C depletes. That's kind of what causes, one of the reasons that causes the chemical reaction is it uses your vitamin C.
Anyway, wow.
So there you go.
Who fucking cares?
Well, I'm trying to help you feel better.
Okay, great. Let's talk about this episode. This is episode 4, Ultima-tum-tums.
What do you think overall in this episode?
What do you mean?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. No, I thought you were saying about what do you think overall of these couples? Martine
that takes too long.
Martine and Steven are bottoming out, as we all knew they would.
Let's talk about them. Steven's mom, the hero of the show. I loved her. So y'all, Steven is going to dinner. Is taking Martine to dinner with his family. They've been before.
Yeah. And Martine is kind of being the victim, saying things like, "I don't know why Steven won't make a future for us," and blah blah blah. Because why am I even here? He has told you. He has brought you around his family. You have met his daughter, and the thing is, she's trying to act like it is an easy ask what she's asking. That because they've been together for 3 years and she's never mentioned marriage, she's just assumes that when she mentions it the first time on this trip, he'll actually propose to her.
Yeah. I actually have a little bit more empathy for her this episode, only because we didn't know she's been around his family before. She's met his family, and we do she was around his daughter, but she's met and already been around his parents. So I think she jumped off the deep end. Right. But there is a part of me that's well, I can understand why Martine doesn't think it's totally out of left field for her to want these things, because we were under the impression, we talked about this before, we thought they always met on they were staying at a resort.
So it has a lot more strings than we thought.
Yes.
But
that's a good way to put it.
After this
I've got no strings to suck my
Okay, not every Disney song has to be about sucking dick.
Pinocchio is the gayest Disney character out there.
I disagree.
Oh.
I disagree.
I think gayer than Winnie the Pooh.
Bambi. Or the skunk flower.
Bambi died of meth in a forest getting ramrodded by a bunch of bucks. That happened.
I don't know.
Wow, that was visual.
Yeah. Here's the thing. After this dinner, though, he freaked out so much about meeting her parents for the first time.
And we understand because they were a lot.
We get to this dinner, you guys, and the parents are asking normal questions of her. Softball questions.
His parents seem totally, because I will say, y'all, Her parents seem a little cuckoo.
Yeah.
His parents seem totally normal. They're comfortable with her.
They're asking questions. They're throwing softball lobs at her, and she's like, I don't know.
She's putting it all on him.
She's upset that he isn't helping her. Pot kettle.
But
this is exactly what just happened.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe she should have stepped up and helped him when her parents were fucking grilling him.
That's the thing. I don't have a lot of sympathy for her.
I don't have sympathy for her in that way at all. I have a little bit, I guess not empathy, but I just see, I see your thought process.
You can understand where she's coming from.
But still. Girl.
And one of either his brother or his brother-in-law says...
His brother and his wife is his sister-in-law. Okay.
When real life sets in, what's going to happen? When you're not on vacation.
And the sister-in-law's like, what does your future look like for you? Martine, I don't know. That's the thing. She can't even voice what she wants. I kind of wanted to shake her and say, be a strong woman and say what you want.
Well, here's the thing. She's much more comfortable being the person who complains about things and passive-aggressively, or aggressively in this case, suggest to him things that he should do, and she will either roll with his plan or complain about it.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to make big choices with her own life and her own agency. She's waiting for him to propose.
Yeah.
She's telling him what she needs.
And that's sometimes when we're young. I know that it's we just had a sissy post to the Sissy Squad about moving to Bali and like taking a risk and making a big choice.
I'm proud of her.
I am too, because her life was so unhappy. And y'all, there's these, I think I wish I would have done that when I was younger. I should have switched.
You should have moved to Bali.
Should have.
I'm trying to see you trying to speak any type of Indonesian.
But no, I should have not been a voice major. But I was like halfway through my degree, and I was like, I just need to finish this degree out. But I knew at the time when I was a junior, I was like, I don't want to do music. And I should have stopped, reconfigured, and done another degree.
What do you think would have happened if you were an acting major?
I think I would have actually enjoyed it more.
Oh, because you didn't enjoy school, you're saying?
I didn't enjoy. Your
undergrad.
I wasn't, I wasn't as good a singer as other people. And also, I just didn't find myself. I mean, hello, we're doing a podcast now where we're talking about television shows and sometimes movies. I enjoy that. I'm not talking about opera and music. I don't want to.
I love talking about all that stuff.
I like to every once in a while, but I don't want to. I found myself not being. I didn't want to find out.
You weren't passionate about it.
The newest music, the newest recording of whatever. I just was like, okay.
If you would have been in my fundamentals of music school or class that I taught, that was like the music combo, I would have probably singled you out and said, maybe this isn't for you.
Maybe.
I would have said, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Maybe. I think something that was kind of a detriment.
What if I would have kicked you out of the program?
I wouldn't have cared. It would have been. I think it was, people liked me because I got along well with people. So I don't think people said that to me because they liked having me around. Because there was a lot of weird, just introverted music people, whereas I was more extroverted.
Not familiar.
And people liked me. So anyway, I understand her wanting to be scared of taking a big leap. I think that's part of youth for some people. But girl, she really I was like, Gloria Steinem is screaming somewhere.
Yeah. And the thing about it is she has this exterior that she pretends to be this, that she pretends to either kind of demand what she wants and then she folds.
Yes.
It's, I want so much for her, but you're right.
I think 35, 40-year-old version of herself is going to watch this and be like, oh, bitch.
Because she's, mid-20s?
Yeah, she's like 23, 24.
Yeah. If this person was at 28.
Watch, somebody's going to email us back and say, y'all, she's 32.
If she's 32, we got a problem. So she's basically saying that my parents had a problem with him. She said, my parents were old-fashioned. They were concerned about him being a DJ, being out all night. And his mom
agrees.
says, yeah, I'm still concerned about that myself.
She's like, that. I can't be mad at them,
Then we get to a little bit of a red flag. His parents say, so you haven't why haven't you introduced him to your parents yet? She's like, well, I always knew that I would only introduce one man to my parents.
The man
I would marry. Wow. Think about how much stakes you're putting on that.
The girl that I marry will have to be. That's all I got.
Can you imagine putting that much pressure on yourself?
That's so stupid.
Yeah. She's so afraid of her parents' judgment that she has to know.
It's Disney princess thinking.
Yeah, it is. So
I never thought about that. It is, I bet, though. That's sad for her that she worries so much of being judged by her parents.
That's the whole reason why her life is the way it is.
No wonder she can't make a big choice.
Totally.
And act. No wonder. Because when you feel like your parents are going to judge, that's why she went and got. Because she's smart. She has a grad degree. She works.
The thing is, she does.
Her job. It was something actually interesting
in public health,
like public health. Yeah. And I was like, good for her.
But here's the thing: in a way, emotionally, she's a child because she's still so worried to make any big choice in her life.
Martine, I want to hug you and say it's okay to fuck up. Think big.
But the problem is, she will. What'll happen is. She'll let him make the choice, and then she'll either talk to her parents if it doesn't work out. Yeah, he fucked up. He was the reason.
Because he wasn't doesn't want her parents to
think it was her. It's much easier.
Y'all, failing is one of the best things to happen to you in life.
It's not easy to do it.
It's not easy to do it, but do it. I mean, think about what are you more grateful for? Let me phrase this question right. What are you more grateful for? Your failings or the things that were easy?
The things that were easy.
Oh.
I'm not grateful for failures.
Oh, I am.
Grateful's the wrong word.
Okay.
I am appreciative of things that have led me to this point.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be grateful for a failure.
It's hard to be grateful in the moment, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Y'all,
because if Poodle lets a 10-inch dick get away, that's not a win.
That's a regret.
You know what? And I agree with that. That is a regret.
Regrets. Ooh. I've had a few. Heyo.
Heyo.
So this.
Oh, actually, we have that.
It's still so loud. Please, I know, but turn it down. Turn the thing down.
You saw me press the button.
But loud noises in my ears. I'm extra sensitive today. Oh Lord.
Have you taken your CBD?
No. Let's go.
Are you out? Do you have any?
No, I have some. Let's just finish the show, you bitch.
Can I be glad to be back with you in LA?
Mom says, Mom is in the kitchen with her, and she says, you have to trust. You have to trust Stephen.
You didn't eat, Martine.
Yeah. Now, here's the problem. This is when she goes into really questionable territory. She tells Stephen's mother that fidelity has been a problem. You don't do that, especially when you're not in the family and you don't really know his mother.
If you're married, that's different.
Yeah.
You'll be like Miss Gwen on Jovi's mom. As soon as they got married, things turned.
This is shitty, y'all. This is shitty.
Well, it's stupid.
Yeah. And
y'all, because if you're not married, I'm telling you now, the son's always going to pick his mother.
Yeah.
Going to pick his, as long as she's somewhat normal mother, he's going to pick his mama.
It's also kind of like,
have we not learned enough from Paul?
In a way, where's my goddamn iced tea?
Paul, I'm hot. Where's my goddamn iced tea, Paul?
Somebody get me something for my bangs. This is such a dirty thing to do, because she's not only now she's maligning him to his own mother.
Because if mom talks to him about this,
he's gonna be furious.
He's gonna be very furious. And as mom said, she said, I if I knew of any infidelity, I would not tell her.
I would go to him first.
I would talk to my son about it.
Yeah. So, and she's like, and you don't need to feel this way. You'll get old and ugly and miserable.
You don't want that.
And she's like, yeah, his mom is making sense, but there's still a voice in the back of my head that says, be careful. That voice is your parents' voice, honey, and it's not going to help you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just fear. That's just jump in.
Yep.
Let's talk about...
That, by the way, that relationship, if I was to give it like a grade, that's like a C- right now. How they're going. Maybe a solid C.
I would give it a solid C.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about Aryanna and Sherlon.
You're thinking about the D, actually, this is more... This is more like a D-.
Or an F+.
Maybe the F+ is only because he's breathing.
Because they fucked. Y'all.
And his sneaky snake that we've seen.
That's huge. Be careful, that sneaky snake will get you pregnant.
They were just at dinner.
Whoa.
He just picked up his knife.
Y'all, let's talk about Aryanna and Sherlon.
Woo. Now, I want to discuss something with you because it seems to be the one thing that either Sherlon refuses to articulate and that Aryanna and her mother / two sisters whose both names begin with A have not articulated.
Yes. Say it, poodle.
No, it is the fact that these people don't know one another, and the fact that they created a child, they had a baby one night, does not bond them to one another.
I feel like the sister is the only one who kind of got that, Andy.
There is no bond to the person you have a child with unless you make it happen.
Yes.
Yes, the bond is with that child.
To me, it's
with either
almost,
parent.
There's not much difference between Sherlon and Aryanna having an anonymous sperm donor who's giving her a child.
That's what I don't get.
There's only thing is that they had, what was it, 10 days or 17 days?
That's it.
Not even that. Like they had a week long of passion.
These people, he doesn't even want to be with her.
Because the night belongs to livers. They had one of those nights.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be with her. She doesn't even seem like she wants to be with him.
She doesn't.
It makes me sad.
She just doesn't want to do it alone.
But is that the reason that you don't want to do it alone? Is that the reason to basically say, you're the father of my children, but you're still basically a complete stranger. You're going to come over to the U.S. and marry me because this is not the 1960s.
Well, yes, and a lot of it, too, is Sherlon is to take from an HBO show that we really enjoy. Sherlon's a fuckboy.
Yes.
He's a fuckboy, and here's the thing with fuckboys, and we're learning this from Fuckboy Island. They never want to look bad. They never want to be the bad guy. They never want to.
They're going to tell you whatever you want.
They never want to tell you no.
Yeah.
And it's not because Sherlon's a bad guy. He may be. I think it's more of this. We don't know. I think it's more of he just doesn't want to drop the hammer on this and say, I have no desire to get married to you.
Yeah.
We've created this baby. How do we make this work? Or even say, and maybe he doesn't want to because he's on TV, but pull a Nicole and Azignan from 90 Day. Nicole's husband in Texas who just said, fuck this, I don't want it. Like, if Sherlon is that way, then say it.
He sent her back FedEx.
No, DHL.
But actually flew the child.
Yes. Flew and said, no baby for me.
Put her in a big shipping container.
Robba Lee had to go to DHL again, where they know her by name. And they're
it was
like,
nice though.
Lee.
They put some air holes in it.
Yeah, they did.
They flew the baby back. He would pay for the baby.
Yeah.
But they shipped her DHL.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. They're sitting at the pool, and now I feel for Aryanna in a way because
Do you?
Well, I do. And
I kind of do, but
Sherlon is on island time, so he doesn't want to talk about. He even says, "I don't talk about hard conversations," and it's like, this is a hard conversation. And this is not even hard. I don't like that word. This is a real conversation.
Yeah.
Sherlon never has a real conversation with anyone.
No. I feel like
ever.
All of the Americans on this spinoff are just so obtuse. All of them.
Well, I think they all think America is the best place in the world to live, and why wouldn't anyone live there?
Yeah, but usually
there's that undercurrent.
There's a mixture on 90 Day where there is like a pure American who's just so in love. And I think even the closest we get to it is Mark, but even Mark has a lot of problems with the way he's trying to approach things.
Yeah, there really is.
This is a real tough group of Americans.
I went to dinner the other night and met someone who is from not the Dominican Republic. That's where he got married. It's the one I told you that left his wedding.
Yeah.
But he brought up in the conversation, he's from the Bahamas. Because he said the word
like Lexi.
Like Steven, too, because they're from the Bahamas, right?
Barbados.
Other B word, yes. Barbados.
No, they're different countries.
They are different countries.
B word.
But I know, but if I hear a B word, it goes Bahamas, Barbados, it gets in my head. I get confused. What is the dyslexia? But anyway, he was from Barbados, and he talks about, he started talking about colonialism and stuff like that, and we talked about it, and he kind of looked at me like, I'm kind of surprised that I'm having this conversation with you, and I realized, I'm like, wow, I'm really more aware of this because of 90 Day Fiancé. Holy shit, maybe this still is the Learning Channel.
It's secondary. Learning is like the fifth or sixth thing down.
More like the eighth.
Yeah.
You learn how to do your hair extensions correctly after watching Darcy and Stacy. But yeah, there's this Sherlon is like he said, and he's like, when you're on the island, you really have no problems. And so this is not a way to look at life. Realistic way to look at life.
She says, this is interesting. She says, you can't be ready to bring a baby into this world without stepping up and making a hard sacrifice. Again,
I want to say,
there's no commitment this person has to you.
And I want to say, then you can't have sex in a waterfall like on Cocktail without a condom and make a baby.
And it does. This feels like Dirty Dancing when what's his name tries to make someone marry, like they're trying to make Patrick Swayze marry his. Is that right?
The woman he got pregnant. Yeah.
Because that was okay because it was in like the 60s that take place.
Yeah, it's in the 60s.
Yeah,
or 50s. Yeah.
We can kind of say that's normal for then. This is 2021.
Yeah. No, it is like, what are we?
They've never asked Sherlon whether he wants to come to the U.S. They've never asked him.
Well, she kind of finally did, and she started to say, she said, I feel like you're avoiding the hard conversations. And he's like, well, I don't want to feel like...
He said, I don't have hard conversations.
He said, I don't have a conversation. And she said...
What's your plan?
He said, I don't want to be boxed in. She said, I'm not trying to box you in. She did say at first, she kind of said, what do you want to do? She did say that to him. But then he kind of started talking. She just basically then kind of railroaded the conversation of, well, then we should talk about the K1 process. And
right.
I thought, but he never answered what he wants to do.
It's almost, but here is what she is off. This is a zero-sum game, and let me tell you why. She's basically saying, what do you want to do? Because the choices are these. For him to stay there on the island and never see his child.
That's kind of how they are presenting it.
Or move to the U.S., which is not his dream, with someone he barely knows.
Give up your career and everything.
And raise a child like you try to love each other. And your life will not be your life. Those are his choices. So you can understand why he doesn't want to say anything.
But
Team Sherlon.
make his, because look, if I was in that situation, if it was my kid, I wouldn't, I might say to her, like, look, I'm going to marry you to get the K-1 visa and get over there, but I actually don't want to be married to you. But I do want to be near my child. So, and I'll figure it out. But like that would be the agreement that I would make. But
the thing is, I understand that. The thing is,
but I was going to say, I don't think he could say that because it would be illegal. We're on the show and all that. I wonder if he even thinks, but I don't think he very clearly wants to stay on this island.
It's very different than what you're saying that you would choose that. Well, they are asking him to choose that.
But they're asking him, but also, too, it's what I was going to say is he says he does, but I don't think Sherlon even wants to be a father.
No!
And I think he's never going to admit that to them, especially on camera.
Because he wants to be a good guy.
I think he's fine with them going away and him never seeing her or that child again.
Ding, ding, ding.
But he's not going to say that.
No.
But that's what's underneath.
And then he talks about, he's like, I take marriage very seriously because my parents divorced when I was 11 and it kind of fucked me and my brother up.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. I don't think he takes marriage that seriously. I think he's just using it.
He's trying to be a good guy on TV.
He's trying to be a good guy on TV instead of saying, I don't want to get married to her.
So they're finally in Jamaica going to talk to an immigration specialist because apparently the other 8 months of her pregnancy was not a good time to do more than a light Googling.
It is, yes. Aryanna does say, too, she's like, I just don't understand. I'm the mother of the child. Why would you want to keep disappointing me? And I thought, just because you're the mother of someone's child, again, it's like you said, why is there this emotional baggage that's put onto that?
Yeah.
When y'all just were fuck bunnies.
Buddies.
Same thing. God, this storyline, honestly, y'all,
infuriates me.
It hits me deep, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, wow, thank God Jake and I can't get pregnant.
Totally. The thing is, I don't have the same,
because I can't imagine being in this situation, but we would have been.
I would have had ideas. Not going to say what they are, but I know what I would have done.
I'm just saying, I'd have a lot of kids right now.
So they are. This is the other thing. It was interesting. Let's say that Aryanna, they're trying to get down there to decide what Sherlon wants to do, what his plan. Again, no agency. Mm-hmm. Trying to basically either nag him. What's your plan? What is your plan to help my daughter? Mm-hmm. What is your plan to help my baby? Mm-hmm. This idea of how about if you want him to marry you and be your husband, how about you work on your fucking relationship and figure out how you can communicate with one. Maybe learn something about one another instead of saying, I'm going to handcuff you to me and you're going to be my husband. I'm going to drag you back to the U.S. whether you like it or not.
Because that's the deal. Is, y'all, they don't even know each other.
They don't know each other.
They don't know each other's dreams.
No.
They don't know each other's fears. They probably, as Julia Roberts said, they don't even know each other's favorite egg. Yes, that's a Runaway Bride reference.
I was going to say.
Which was not a great sequel, but I watched it anyway. You went and saw it.
I think I did. That was back when I was a Julia Roberts fan.
Oh, still love her. Yeah, you need to work through that. You're Southern. Fix it. She was in Still Magnolias. Work it out.
Everyone else outshone her in that movie.
That they were supposed to. She had the smallest role.
Daryl Hannah had the smallest role, but Daryl Hannah showed up big.
She was great.
This is the next day. They are going to see the immigration specialist, which I just keep laughing at because this is your life.
So they're on the way and they're getting this bus and she's looking around kind of like, wow.
I just need to point out, what did you think of the sister's eye makeup in this? Did you see how dark it was for the day?
It was a night look. Yeah, that was my first. It was a very heavy nightclub look. at 1 p.m.
It was full on raccoon eyes, y'all.
It was a lot. But even that sister was kind of like, but again, she says, like, if he doesn't want to do it, that's fine. But I will say, and maybe y'all ladies, come at us. Maybe we're looking at this from a male perspective, but I do think that they're all like, it's fine. If you don't want to be the father of your child and be a deadbeat and be a loser and not take care of your responsibility,
that's the option.
That's fine. We'll take care of it. They all kind of put this morality on this. And now, personally, I feel that morality. If I got someone pregnant, I would feel that morality. So,
but you know what? I probably would too.
I know you would. You're like you and your justice hat.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this and I'm going, but you both. But also, I would know, y'all. I've been on bang trips.
Yeah.
And guess what? When I go on a bang trip to Puerto Vallarta, you bring condoms.
Yep.
You take pills. Like, you do that because you don't want to be in this situation. And this is so outside of the normal Johnny and Janie, whatever.
It also does seem that he's the one who messed up. This is his fault in a way.
Both of them chose to do this. So I don't get why can't we just say, we met on a bang trip for 14 whatever days.
Right. We don't
make the best of this
situation? We don't have
situation?
anything in common besides your penis being inside me.
The only thing that I could possibly, unless Sherlon acted like he was more committed to this because he wanted to be on TV, because he wanted to get paid.
Possibly.
I mean, but I don't know. Do you think
these aren't even two sparrows in a hurricane?
No.
These are two strangers who banged. That was the B-side to Two Sparrows in a Hurricane.
Yeah, that was the B-side.
Just two strangers who banged. That's it.
That's it. Anyway, so they're driving, and she's like, "Wow, everything's changing," and he's like, "Yeah."
95% of space on tourism.
This Jamaica's on tourism, so he's like, a lot of people are suffering, and he even says, "Yeah, I've been totally broke. I haven't known where my next meal was come from." And he tells her, "I got a call today from a friend who was actually wondering if I could have money to help take care of him."
Oh, this was rough.
And Aryanna completely makes it about her.
Well, she can't even listen and process the fact that he's upset about his entire country falling into economic ruin because of COVID.
Because of a pandemic.
She's like, I never saw any of that money. Never gave any money to me. And I've done anything to help me.
And look, I'm all about somebody who does that to help pay for things. But at the same time, I thought, yeah, but I bet how much, granted, the baby hasn't come yet, but how much of you live in America. You probably have, it looks like you probably have insurance. You probably, like, what are you doling out right now to grow? I don't.
The idea that their situations are equal economically, is just not
it's
the
like
case.
When Ari had that same thing when she went over and saw Biniam. She's like, "Fair is fair, y'all. Fair is not fair in the world. Equality is different. What's equal what's fair is different than what's equal."
I can't believe we're going to be treated to 3 squares to more of her.
Y'all, the most divisive person in 90 Day Fiancé history.
Totally.
Because people are either totally Team Ari or they cannot stand her.
I think that's very accurate. We got into a lot of trouble with her about her.
And I still
I'm not looking forward to it.
I still stand by everything we said, but some people hated us for what we said about her. Because they thought
lots of nasty DMs.
Lots of people ending their Patreon subscription. And you know what, y'all? We can't be for everyone. We don't try to piss people off.
We're just trying to give you our honest opinions. And I will say one thing. You guys, we that's what we say. Our DMs are open and to come at us. You can do that. When we say come at us, it means share your opinion. It doesn't mean excoriate us because that's not really helping.
No, because actually we had good conversations with Ari
we did have good conversations.
Oh, okay. This is a new way of thinking about this.
Right.
Anyway.
It doesn't mean troll.
I was like, well, maybe this season won't be so bad. And then when she says,
no,
I'm leaving Ethiopia, I'm never coming
back
again.
And I'm taking my half-white child.
Oh, God.
And we're going to go live at Princeton.
Which I think they're still together because they're on Instagram together all the time.
That's all fucking drama. I just
hope her mom shows up.
I can't handle any other new makeup looks that she can't wait to show off on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wrote one last thing about these two. I wrote down, he is telling you exactly how he feels about the situation, and you just can't see it, Aryanna.
Because he gets furious at this. And he was like, I want to get off this fucking bus. He's like, I swear to God, I need to get off this. It also showed... I don't think he has a high emotional intelligence.
No.
He can't process it. So he literally, when he says, I don't like hard conversations, I don't think he can handle hard conversations.
I think he's not used to any discomfort. And living in a place where tourism is 95% of the income.
Guess what? If you have a
you're
problem
telling
with somebody,
people what you want to hear.
Yep. You're telling them what they want to hear. And guess what? If you have a problem with them, they're gone on Sunday morning.
Right. And hospitality is the most important thing.
They're flying back to Nebraska, and you're never going to have to titty fuck her again.
Y'all, if you're not watching White Lotus on HBO Max and the concept of hospitality, it's pretty spectacular.
People love Jennifer Hudson or Jennifer Lawrence. Or Jennifer, what's her name? Lewis.
Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge.
I just went inside myself.
I knew it was a
and
Jennifer.
I tried to kill you with my mind again. I got to work on that. I got to work on my scanner's ability.
I'll just be talking also. Yeah, people who love Jennifer.
Y'all, if you're ever at a live show and he says something absolutely ridiculous and almost offensive to all normal thinking people.
I got there. Jennifer Coolidge.
You got there. You just went to 4 other countries. Let's talk about Kay and Mark, my favorite couple. Even though
this one's going to break Poodle's heart.
This is going to break my heart. I know it. This is I understand what the producers are doing here.
You can't tame a tiger, y'all.
I know you can't tame a tiger.
You can't tame a tiger.
You can't domesticate Kay, y'all.
No, you can't.
But what do you think about a grade? If Aryanna and they were an F plus,
we did Aryanna and
what are they?
So I said they're F. To me, they're F. I think this relationship is. I think it's a B minus.
Oh, I'll agree with it, and that makes me really nervous, y'all. Yeah. I think the only way. Unless she changes a lot, and I don't see that happening.
I think Danielle and Amber have a better chance than these two.
You're incorrect.
No, hear me out. Daniel's going to put up with this because he just wants to fucking come to America.
Wow. Maybe.
I think as far as someone coming over to as far as not making it as a happy couple.
So he's conning her.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Interesting.
I think he thinks he cares for her. He just wants to go to the U.S.
So you mean that's different than conning. So you mean he thinks in his brain he likes her.
Yes.
And he loves her.
I don't think he's conning her the way like Antifa is with George.
Visa.
And Visa. I call her Antifa. But no, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
You're right. There's two different. Yeah. There's are they going to make it as a happy, beautiful couple?
Right.
And is someone going to end up coming over to the U.S.?
Yeah.
Daniel, I think by far is going to come over to the U.S.
I could see it because she's codependent and
she gets off on it.
Yeah,
she gets off on.
She needs someone to pay for so she can be the victim.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate her.
But yeah, Mark and Kay.
Oh,
she's not coming to the California.
I love both of them so much. Although I have problems with Mark this episode. We'll talk about it.
I just want to say, I bet Kay destroys you when you work out with her.
Oh, yeah. I bet she destroys you when you bang her, too.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, so they're training you guys. He gives her a kiss, and he says, you're looking sexy when you sweat. Oh, I talk about this, and I get all Twitter painted inside. And he says, she's like, he always wants to talk about serious stuff, and she's She's quizzing him on Spanish later on, which I think is really cute.
I didn't think it was. He doesn't know fucking Spanish at all, and he's a moron for not learning this.
I agree with you.
It's really insulting.
I think it's cute that she's being patient with him.
I don't think it's cute. I think it's her having to baby him.
Yes, that's true.
Pissed me off.
So why do you want to ruin my ideal of their relationship?
I'm just saying what you say to me. I'm being real.
Yeah, but this is...
use your own words.
They have a storied past.
Yeah. So that means he's had even longer to learn Spanish.
Anyway, so
in California.
That is unforgivable.
It's not like he's in the middle of North Dakota.
Y'all, you basically walk outside and you learn Spanish here.
Yeah, if you don't want to learn Spanish, you have to
actively ignore it.
Avoid it. Yes. And even in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's
45
stupid. Minutes from the Mexico border.
It's stupid. Yeah. Well, he actually keeps saying Huntington Beach.
Oh, is he Huntington Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, that's farther up.
It's farther north.
Now,
but
that I have to say, way more super white.
Yeah, Huntington Beach is. Yep.
But still, they've got, I think, the nation's first restaurant that doesn't allow anyone with a vaccine in Huntington Beach.
What?
Yes. If you show them you're not vaccinated, and they'll gladly let you in.
Shut up.
Oh, yes.
I know they have big Republican fundraisers.
Hope that owner gets it.
Let's not do that.
I don't want them to die.
Okay.
I just hope they get it and get sick and go, wait, people should get a vaccine.
Don't bring your vengeful side of Grandma Hazel. I don't want her showing up.
I'll get him with a chili can.
So he's kind of obsessed with her divorce because she hasn't talked about it. And good for Kay that she's like, fine, I'll call your bluff. I was married to a guy who worked a lot. He was gone for work all the time. I was alone all the time. He gave me no attention. She was unemotional. She gets emotional. And she said, I was unfaithful. I slept with someone else. And then he said, he saw messages and said, I knew you were cheating on me. And that's the most unforgivable thing. She's like, how you couldn't love someone? Because for Kay, it would need to have some type of anger behind it or passion behind it. That's the word. Kay, she knows that the opposite of hate is not, the opposite of love isn't hate. The opposite of love is apathy.
Yeah, apathy, neglect. Yeah, for sure.
And she said infidelity goes both ways. That was a little weird because she was like, he made her do it and kind of things like that. I think that's more of her code. We have talked about that. It's not always, as far as like who's at fault in infidelity, the lines aren't always clear.
No,
usually
there's a responsibility of everybody involved. We don't know,
especially
what
where communication comes in.
We don't like the word fault. It's
and we don't like blame. Yeah,
I thought this was honestly a beautiful, clear explanation of why this marriage failed.
I completely understood it.
If I heard this, I actually would not. I wouldn't feel anxious from this explanation. I would have said, "Oh, I get that. I understand you." And
I would think he did say that.
No, I'm saying And if we get married, then I want to make sure that I make you a priority because that's important to you. Now, I think he understood that. He did say in the moment, because I'm sure the producers made him say, it kind of throws me for a loop.
They always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah.
Yeah. But, y'all, I think Mark probably got it. I think it probably... He did say, he went...
If she cheated on me...
Very interesting.
Yeah. He does say...
That's not the response I thought.
He does say if she ever cheated on me, it would be over.
I wish he would have said... We never saw this. I wish he would have said... Just a simple, wow, I'm sorry you went through that. I bet that was really hard for you to feel that alone.
You are giving a straight man a lot of emotional baggage to lift with saying that. It's just hard for straight men to say that. They don't know they should.
Especially at his age.
Yep. I'm not saying let them off for it. You need to tell them what to do.
Y'all, if you want to get somewhere with someone and connect with them, if they tell you something that's really emotional, even if you don't disagree with it, just do a little bit of validating of your experience. Then you can shame them or whatever.
There
but I promise you, it'll help you a little bit better.
Like the Silva sisters. Wow. Red flag.
Y'all, a good episode this week.
Boy,
that show just gets better and better.
This episode was all over the place.
It was?
Yeah. So...
Darcy talking to his ex-girlfriend. Oh,
I can't believe they did that. So
anyway.
He's teaching her to surf. It's really cute. She's like, I don't really
her swimsuit is so cute.
Yeah. I love them, y'all. I love them together. I'm just worried it's going to go down in flames.
Kay says she says, I prefer activities on the earth, not on the water.
And so he's teaching her, and she's like, I'd normally be scared, but I'm calm because Mark is at my side.
It's sweet. They're having this good time.
On a scale from 1 to 10, he said 3.5. 3.5 dicks.
3.5 dicks. So they're sitting after surfing, and Mark says to her, he said, I don't really want us to be apart. And she's saying, yes, I understand. He basically says, you'll need to move to California or our relationship is going to be over. Those are kind of the options.
Yeah, this was an ultimatum. And she's like, you're giving me an ultimatum.
Ultimatum. And Kay even says, in my head, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Why? Yep. I'm happy here. I have my people. She says, I have all these students that I built up for 5 years. And as someone like yourself who teaches some, but it takes I remember... Y'all, Poodle
takes a long time to build up.
Poodle first moved to L.A. He was working at the gay bookstore. He was working gigs. He was working other things. And he had one student, and then he got two students. Yep. And then it took you probably, 2 years before you built up a full roster?
Oh, to quit my bookstore job?
Yeah.
No, longer. 4 or 5.
So it's a long time to do that.
Yeah, I worked. Yeah, I was 4 years. Took me 4 years. At least, to build up enough where I was making money from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you change areas. I also think that he's not willing at all to move to Panama.
That's why hasn't that been discussed?
Well, I don't think I think he put it as a non-issue for him.
So, and I do want her to bring that up because she says it's not easy for me to
have a feeling she will.
And Mark says, I wouldn't ask you to move if I didn't love you.
Yeah, this is when I don't like his tactics. Because, again, this is a zero-sum thing. It's almost like, if you love me, you'll go to California because that's the only way we're going to be together. Not, if we love each other, let's figure out a way for us to be together.
And like Kay said, she said, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want me to say, I want to move to California, not...
Right.
I have to.
Right. Or is there a way where you could decide to live part of your life here in Panama and then live for a couple of weeks in California?
Yeah. It's again, y'all, and she's someone who likes to have multiple partners.
Yeah.
So again,
she's not going to be okay with monogamy unless he's there.
Trying to tame that tiger.
I know. I'm really upset that I might have to watch these people who do love one another just not work. And
Love's not always enough.
And sometimes love ain't enough. But, let's talk about two people who we don't really think love one another.
I know, but I just want you to prepare. They're going to break up, and it's going to be very...
Stop!
They're not going to be together. I just want you to know that, right?
I don't know. We don't know
Mark's
that.
going to come back to California crying, and Kay's going to...
Go fuck a woman?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We all know that's possible.
Daniel.
Let's go dancing.
I want to go tonight.
One of my favorite quotes of hers that is so Amber, that lets you know who Amber is. Yeah, I'm just tired of being mad at you.
Ooh.
Y'all, if someone says something like that to you, first of all, know that that's just straight up nasty.
Second of all, break up with them.
Yeah. Oh, she's a bad person, y'all.
I don't think she's a bad person. I just think
she'll never be happy with anything.
But I don't think she'll be happy
ever.
with, yeah. I think she wants to. I actually think she's
Gross.
going to have to do a lot of y'all. Everyone in PTA is going to hate her when she has kids.
I'm really tired of watching more entitled white blonde ladies on television who act like this.
I mean, they're fun to make fun of, but I agree.
After a while, though, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sip was fun.
Sip. So Daniel, he has an idea. They're going to go dancing. And so Mom comes in, and suddenly Mom says, "Oh, wait, is the cat telling me? Is Silver telling me I don't need to be mad?"
She said Stormy.
Storm.
That's
it. Does Stormy tell me I'm not mad at you? And he's like, yes, that's it. Y'all, we have to remember, because they showed their age. He's 23.
Yeah.
She's 30.
Yeah.
That's a
very big difference in age.
We've talked about this. Y'all, your early 20s, your late 20s are the biggest time in your life when you change.
To experiment and to sexually.
I feel like
a lot of experimentation.
I feel like a 30-year-old,
freaky deaky.
A 30-year-old and a 40-year-old will get along better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
23 and 30, y'all. It kind of hit me. I went, no wonder he's not filling out the form.
And she's a cranky and crabby 30. She's not just
like
adjusting to yeah. She's already thinking about her retirement.
She's not like a 30 that's going to be on Too Hot to Handle.
No. She's already saying, when I can retire. So another typical Amber move is she says she's out there. They're out with the brother and the friend. She's like, the only Spanish she knows is party Spanish, like pura vida, cerveza.
Again,
that's the only Spanish she knows.
She's in Florida.
I know.
It's very easy to learn Spanish if you want to.
Put your
Florida.
Duolingo on,
or just go in your neighborhood to an actual Spanish-speaking class with people speaking Spanish.
I was in China, and I learned sentences of Chinese to say.
You did. And it always sounded racist when you said it.
People have told me that my intonation was quite good,
It
though.
wasn't right. It just sounded really, it was just off-putting.
Ni hao.
Oh, God.
新年快乐.
Are you going to go back?
Oh. Maybe not.
Don't need to see the Great Wall?
I'm okay. I'll take a pass. I don't think the sissies would ever...
You don't want to go to the Beijing Olympics?
I don't think the sissies would let me go back.
I don't think they would. No. Jackie would fly to the airport and stop you.
Someone would cancel my passport.
Oh, yes.
So she is out, and Amber
Candy would just steal your wallet before you got on the flight.
Amber basically saying she's really hot, she's dancing, and...
This is where I related to Amber a little bit.
She's always hot.
Well, I'm always grabbing... Poodle does too, y'all. We're always those bitches grabbing the cocktail napkins and just dabbing because we're so hot.
So Amber, she's sitting there, and so he goes to the bar, and he's talking, and a girl comes up to him and talks to him, like almost that they've seen each other before or something.
She's 100% flirting with him.
She is.
She's touching his shoulder.
But what is the move that you would do to maybe not make a spectacle of yourself?
I'd sit and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Watch the whole thing play out. And then they'd come over and they'd sit by me. And I'd just look at him. And I'd smile. And I'd say, "Thanks for the drink, honey." And then I would take it and I would just sip it. And I would watch him. And he would know.
I don't think Daniel would.
He would know.
I don't think Daniel would.
He would. Because as soon as she came over there, before she even spoke, he turned around like a wolf and a rooster. What's that expression?
I don't know.
A pickle in a pig pen? No. A rooster in a cage pen.
Fox in a hen house.
Fox in a hen house. There we are.
No, I think that's even wrong.
He looked caught. Because he immediately said, he was like, Amber, it's okay.
Well, I think he did that because he knows what she's like.
It's true, but then you would know what. Look.
Yo, I'm a flirt, and I get accused all the time of people I'm dating that I was flirting with someone.
But here's the deal. If a situation was, I honestly, personally.
She came up to him.
I wouldn't care. I don't get pretty much jealous. But however, if I was dating you and you were sitting in that seat and some guy came up to me, I would probably
I wouldn't date you.
I know, but if I was dating you and knowing you, as soon as a person came up to me and started talking to me, I would yell at the bartender, never mind, and I would just run back to my seat. So if he knows better, he knows better.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. But there are ways to do this where you're not making a spectacle of yourself and you're not...
He should have pointed at Amber and said, I'm here with my girlfriend.
Yep.
And pointed, and Amber could have waved, and he would have said, girlfriend, and she would have gotten a hint.
So then...
It's also because Daniel is stupid, y'all.
Yeah, he's not... I don't think there's a lot
there. But he can fuck like a moose in the springtime in Alaska.
Did you know what she said? She's like, this trip is not about fun. And she's trying to be mom again. And she brings up the fact that she's paid for him again, like she's bought him. And she says, fuck you, Daniel. And then she walks out. Have fun with your new girlfriend.
Have fun with your girlfriend.
This is not the way to handle this, guys.
No. And Daniel's like, this is stupid. And she's like, Daniel, if you can do this in front of my face, then what are you doing when I'm not here?
Yeah. This is... Y'all, we could have predicted this is the way the night would end up. It's just a shame she has to hit every one of those predictions.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is, too, probably because of her age.
Yeah.
I think if she was 24, 25, this would not be as much of an issue.
That is so true. Yeah.
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 Because, y'all, here, she's a basic white girl in Florida. Guess what? She's 30. You know what she wants? Marriage. Kids.
Yep.
Her clock is ticking. She feels like she's running out of time and all that shit, even though she's not.
She's trying to make her bang trip into a husband.
Yep.
That's
the show, everybody. 90-Day Caribbean Love. Oh.
No, it's called Love in Paradise.
Fuck me, I don't care. I'm just happy to be here in the California sun. Sitting on your couch.
On your CERN.
Anyway, y'all, that's the show. Now, listen, you can go to realitygazepodcast.com for more show information. Go to our Instagram, Reality Gaze Podcast. Our Twitter is Reality Gaze Pod. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places? Go, Poodle.
I forgot
you were looking on your grinder and I caught you. What are you going to say?
I was looking for a text.
What are you going to say now?
Oh, I was going to say. Oh, God. I hate you.
Well, you were tricksting.
If there's... God damn it. What was I going to say?
I can't wait until you're tricksting in a live show and I call you out.
Oh, I said... And y'all, don't... remember, being mean and nasty makes you old and ugly and miserable. And if you don't want to be, call us.